Hello friends, best greetings from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. My name Viktor Fursov and I'm a research entomologist. I'm studying small parasitic wasps of the family Trichogrammatidae and other calcid wasps belonging to the order Hymenoptera, small parasitic insects. I'm studying them under this very simple microscope and using different other microscopes as well, and using different equipment, and of course I'm using collections. So we will be talking today about collections and how entomologists study them. Of course you can say, what entomologists are doing with the tiny insects in this collection, these precious insects, very small one, they are pinned here on pins, glued on triangles and labeled carefully. They are very precious because they are collected in different places during different time. Sometimes we need to spread like this bees in this box. Some bigger insects, they are not parasitoids. These are bees. Yes, we are studying collections and what we are doing with them. I cannot say about all entomologists, this should be separate video, but today I will be talking about taxonomical and ecological and biological studies of insects. For sure, entomologists are publishing papers in scientific journals. That's why I'm working in Ukraine. Ukrainian entomologists are publishing papers in Journal of Ukrainian Entomological Society and other international journals, because here this journal includes different authors from Ukraine and other countries as well. But today I want to give you a small review of importance of different scientific papers to show you the importance of distribution and influence of insects on just community, on life of whole human society. Because many insects, they're pests, they're invasive species, they're introduced to other places occasionally, and that's why entomologists who are working with agricultural activities need to study them. For example, I will use this material with this group of Formicidae about ants. We'll be talking about ants to show you this importance. First I said about collections. For example, I used another journal Transactions of American Entomological Society, and I found here series of different papers to show you this idea about wide distribution of insects and their influence on the whole economic of different countries and even continents, like some invasive species, and importance of collections. For example, this paper of two authors, one author from Syria and another one from University of Texas, USA, with paper titled Revision of African Ants of Botroponera sulcus sulcata species complex from Africa. Here this is a review for different species collected in different countries and stored in museums of the United States of America. And we review of the distribution, taxonomical positions and collections that were collected in different countries like Ethiopia, Guinea, Republic of Congo, Ivory Coast, Mozambique, People's Republic of Congo, Uganda, and others. So, with distribution of different species all across African continent, and with photographs of type material collected in these countries and deposited for storage in museums in the United States. So some ants very old, some collected just dozens years ago, maybe 20 years ago, but some is collected even 11th century. They're still well stored, they can be investigated taxonomically, morphologically, and even with DNA study. So here some red labels, this indication of new species described from different areas. So you can see here colored pictures of different type materials of ants collected in different countries of Africa. 10 species have been reviewed in this paper. So very valuable study, because again, it's quite difficult to come to these places to collect the same material because of geographical locality, because of different situations. But type material is deposited in museums of United States of America and is available, this material, for the study, and now it's even deposited on website and lab site, and available for all entomologists, for all hymenopterists who is studying ants. Another paper also about ants, about Formicidae, about invasive species, and importance of invasive species and study of them. This paper about spread of one ant species, of name Strumigenus eggersii, in the southeastern US. This species of ant is very specific, very interesting one, with very long and elongated mandibles, with long extended mandibles here, like very long forceps extended from the top of head. Of course, this is a huge magnification. This is not real size of ant like my palm. Real ant is much smaller. But what's about distribution of this species and why it is invasive? Because native distribution is in South America, but it's appeared in 1953 in Miami Beach in Florida, and now the spread is extending, and so this species is living in a leaf litter throughout most of Florida. Because here I have seen the map. Yes, now it's spread all around Florida. After 70 years, completely all around Florida, and spreading to another states of USA. It's expected that this species will come to South Carolina, southern Alabama, all around the Gulf of Mexico, and probably soon will be coming to Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas. You see, so important, dangerous for native species of ants, invasive species, Strumigenus eggersii. Strumigenus eggersii, originally from Central America and West Indies. Original native range of distribution. And for example, another species, ants, also invasive species, but quite interesting with special biology. You see here. This is a picture of ants with host, because they are hunting for this host. And the title of this article, Spread of Non-Native Millipede-Eating Ant, species Gnaptogenus triangulatus, in the southeastern United States. American authors. And this species is predatory and feeding primarily of millipedes. Very interesting, but difficult for native species of millipedes, because this ant is an enormous native range in South and Central America, extending from subtropical Argentina to the tropical Costa Rica. It was found again in Florida, beginning in 1985, a little bit later than the first species. Then consequently was found in Alabama and Mississippi in 2002. Then it was recorded in Texas in 2013, in Louisiana 2019, in South Carolina. So in southeastern US, this species occur in a wide range of habitats, at relatively intact forest, from intact forest to highly disturbed urban sites. So very adaptable species, which is hunting on millipedes. So it's very common in disturbed environments in southern US. Potential spray of this species may be plentiful throughout this region. So the species can find easily potential hosts, local native species of millipedes, and reducing their population. Again, this species of ant is invasive, not native, but have been occasionally introduced to the southern states of United States of America, in Florida, and now spread through another areas, local territories around in southern places, feeding on different species which are widely distributed in the same places. And so this not native species is catching new and new places for its life. So dangerous, because we don't know how there can be influence on native species of ants and of course on native species of millipedes. So you can see here this brown color, this is a millipede, and hunting for this prey, 3 specimens of ants. So, and it was published in Transactions of American Entomological Society. So these are 2 examples of study of formicide ants in tropical areas regarding distribution and biodiversity of species in Africa, and 2 species which were occasionally introduced to the United States of America and now spread into other states, unfortunately, because native species are under the danger. So this is a short story about ants for today. Thank you for watching. And for me, I need to study collection as well, because that's my duty to publish papers about small parasitic wasps which I am studying. And don't forget, subscribe on my channel, press like, write your comments, visit my Patreon page or visit my Monobanka for Ukrainian visitors and others who can use this link for some donations. This will be greatly appreciated. You will be indicated in the next videos in the line donations, donators, supporters, and thank you very much for your support. And don't forget, now stand with Ukraine, and Ukraine will win. Good luck, see you soon on my channel. Bye bye.